Let's talk for a few minutes about being crucified. Well, we know Jesus was crucified if we're familiar with the Bible at all, but we have verses also like Romans 6:6, knowing this, that our old man was crucified with him, that the body of sin might be done away with, that we should no longer be slaves of sin. Also in Galatians 2:20, I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. In the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. Hard not to sing that, isn't it, if you're familiar with that song. And then finally, as far as verses go, Galatians 5:24, and those who are Christ have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. So sometimes we think, we have this feeling as Christians, maybe, I'm not doing enough. Am I doing what I need to do? And maybe we think of dying on a cross like Jesus, and that is not at all what he expects from us. That is not what these verses are talking about. Now, there could be times of crucifixion, like were happening in the Bible, where it might go into death. And in Revelations, he said, be faithful unto death, and I'll give you a crown of life. But mainly, the Christian warfare and the Christian life is a daily battle with lust of the flesh and dealing with the flesh and the spirit, combating each other. So as we look at this again, we just X'd out the crucifying ourselves on a cross. That's not what it means. Here we are, a body in the flesh, and we like to hit people, don't we? When I get mad, I just as soon punch somebody as anything else. Some of us fall to gossiping. We like to talk behind people's backs and talk about them, it seems. There's some who cursing, it seems to be something they enjoy, using a foul mouth, and when things get mad or just for fun, cursing. And we have outbursts, hard to control it. We act like children, don't we? We get mad and we do things that we regret usually, but we have outbursts. And we have pride that we have trouble controlling. We think of ourselves, we put ourselves above others, and hard to control it. We are selfish. That's part of that pride. It's hard to not look after just yourself. You have to grow as a person to care about others. We like to jest sometimes, joke, obscene things. There's fornication, lust of that type. There's stealing. There's some people called kleptomaniacs that just can't control themselves. They have jobs, money, but yet they can't resist the urge to steal. Others just covet and want and steal and take. And there's things like drunkenness. We could keep on going. Some can't resist the bottle, wine. We all have a weakness or weaknesses that are tough for us to overcome. But this crucifying is trying to overcome these things, to make these things dead in our life. When I want to hit somebody, there's the big red X there now on that. Resist. I'm not doing that. I'm going to quit being a person who punches people in the face when they make me mad. I'm going to quit talking about people behind their back. I'm going to put that to death. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to quit misusing my tongue and cursing. I'm going to quit having these outbursts like a child and try to act like an adult. I'm going to put away pride, is what the Christian is trying to do, and care about others and love others as you love yourself. Try to stop being selfish as a Christian. I'm going to try to quit that foolish jesting. Try to think of godly things and honorable things and not talk about ungodly things. And try to resist fornication, adultery, and such things as this. Put these things to death and not do them. I'm going to try not to steal. I'm going to try to be good, not covet, things of that nature. I'm going to try not to be drunk and things of that nature, to be given to wine. And as you think about these things, maybe you're thinking, it's not so hard. That's kind of easy. I don't think you're being honest with yourself if that's the truth, because I think it should come with a warning sign. This is hard to do. Hard to do. Seems maybe as we get older, the flesh becomes, if you will, weaker. The desires maybe become weaker, but the whole time we're in the flesh, we're battling this, and it's frustrating. And we start to understand the armor and the spiritual warfare we're fighting more than we used to. It is hard to crucify the flesh and not give in, to be as if it were dead to us. So I encourage you to try. We all need to grow. I know I do. And keep battling the battle and overcoming these works of the flesh and crucifying them.